Good evening, tasty liquor lovers. Welcome to SwillinGrog's Beer Review Season 2, Episode 7. And what is it that we're reviewing this evening? It's Tecate, 4.5% alcohol by volume, an American-style lager brewed in Mexico. Now, I don't know a terrible lot about the history of Tecate, but the first time that I tried Tecate would have been in a Mexican restaurant in the Gold Coast hinterland called Pancho's that, unlike most Mexican restaurants here, actually had a very decent selection of Mexican beers. And Tecate was one of them. And yeah, when I first tried it, I was quite impressed. Now, the last time I had Tecate probably would have been about 3 years ago. It's definitely available here, but it's not very common. I actually had to order this Tecate, well, a carton of Tecate, through an online beer store here, to get a hold of it. I can't say I've ever actually seen it in any liquor stores around here, but a friend of mine did make a sighting, but still I'm not quite sure where he did come upon it. But anyhow, I think without further ado, it's time that I cracked this can of Tecate open and poured it into a nice ice-cold glass. So here we go. Alright, let's open it up. Alright, okay, and let's give it a nice pour. Alright. Okay. Alright. There we go. Alright, so yeah, it seems to have a fair bit of carbonation. There's a lot of bubbles streaming to the top there. Now, the appearance is what I'd probably describe as a golden yellow colour. Yeah, I mean, it's not as pale as you say your Budweiser. So it's but it's still more yellow than golden. But it's definitely leaning towards golden. But it's very clear and and very carbonated by the look of things too. Now this head is dissipating very quickly. So yeah, we've probably only really got like just a little over one finger of head there. I mean, it was probably at 2 when I started babbling. It's a very foamy head there. That's dissipating very quickly. Alright, but it still looks really good. Actually, on that note, I might just pour the remainder out. Okay. Alright. Okay, let's make an assessment of the smell. Look, I'm not really picking up a terrible lot. Perhaps, a bit of a barley malt aroma. But that's pretty much it. But I think it's time to dive in. So, cheers. All right. That's very nice. Well, to describe its taste, it's a very sweet, malty flavour, typical of most lagers, really. It's got, some degree of hop bitterness to it, but I have to say that it's a very good balance of flavours. And, I think that it fits into that, crisp, clean, and refreshing, category very well. There's probably a little bit more breadiness to it as well than you know, what you'd probably expect. But it's yeah, it's definitely yeah, very nice to see. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I have to say that this is a beer that I truly enjoy. It's very refreshing and has a very sweet sort of aftertaste as well. So you know, you just find yourself just wanting to swill, you know, more and more of it. So on that note, I shall have another gulp. This is really good. I mean, I'd have to probably say that out of all the Mexican beers I've tried, this would have to be my favourite. Yeah, it really impresses me a great deal. I know that it's considered, you know, yeah, like a cheap sort of, you know, economy type beer over in the US, but yeah, to me here, I think it's, you know, a cut above like the rest of, you know, the Mexican like beers, yeah, that are out in the market. I mean, there's probably a few out there that I haven't tried, so I couldn't say that it's the best Mexican beer, but it's certainly, yeah, the best one that, yeah, I've come across. Yeah, I dare say that, you know, I like it more than Corona or Sol, or, you know, Dos Equis. Yeah, so, yeah, what is, well, actually, before I, yeah, give it my score out of 10, yeah, I have to say that in terms of drinkability, geez, it's, the drinkability of Tecate is just astronomically high. Yeah, that's probably why I bought a whole carton of it. Anyhow, the score out of 10, well, it's not an extraordinary beer, but it's certainly far from ordinary. And yeah, as far as you know, your Mexican type lagers go, or you know, American style lagers go, this is a pretty good example of that style. So I'd have to give Tecate 8.5 out of 10. Yeah, I think that's only fair. Anyhow, that brings us to the end of yet another SwillinGrog beer review. So, until next time, fare thee well.